Let's go. Let's go. What's good, family? It's your boy Torn Don versus everybody, man. As you know, let's hop right into it, man. This is the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. Uh, Torn Don on the mic, doing a little solo thing today. Hey, look, man, I wanted to go ahead and smash all of them off right away after the Scott Fritterer interview that he just did, the press conference he just did. I want to go over for anybody that missed it, that's at work, or detailing other things that's going on in your life today, man. Gonna go over what he said, what it means to the Panthers, how it goes with us, man. First of all, thank each and every one of you for joining me right now, being in the house, um, you know, spending time with me, and the 704 Charlotte Brown movement that we got going on. I will have the link to the show in the chat. So if you want to join with me, you know what I'm saying, then click on that link and I will add you. Without further ado, man, today, man, Scott Fitterer came out to discuss the Carolina Panthers and how we move on from here. I detailed this like a reporter today, so got everything that he hit, everything that's important. Before I get started, I want to shout out Theopolis TV in the building. Got my man C here in the building. Petey Quick in the building. What's up, Petey? Got KJ the Great in the building, man. He said LL704 fly high, bro. Let's get it. Got Mrs. Claire, the first lady of the show, in the house. So let's get into it. And she says, much love to you. Torn down again. Thanks for having me on the last live. Hey, Claire, you might as well go ahead and get ready. You're going to be a regular person on this show, man. Scott. Scott started off by saying that Sam Darnold is right now is going to be the lead quarterback. So, right away, I was ready to just turn and not listen to it anymore. But we have to listen to all of this shit. Shout out to Poppin' Bullets. What's good with you, baby? Scott said that right now, Sam's a quarterback. He will be starting next year. And I'll get into what that means with other quarterbacks as we go. He said that the Carolina Panthers has to get in the habit of developing their own players. Now, I loved it. I loved it when he said that, man, because that's not something that the Carolina Panthers have been known for. We have not been known for developing our players, and he said we have to get in the habit of developing our own players, so that guys are not coming to our team, and this is where I'm adding. So guys are not coming to the Carolina Panthers to get rehabilitated, get their money, and then move on. It's not about having 20, 25 guys that's on our sidelines that never play. They play in practice, but they never get in the game. You have to develop players to have real depth. Okay, so he says that they asked him about has he spoke with Cam Newton, and he said that Ron was I said Ron. I was about to say Dan Rivera. So that's how much I'm trying to get rid of Matt Rule. He said Matt Rule was in contact with Cam, and they had really good conversations, and that Cam and the Panthers are going to both do what's best for them. And he said that Cam stated that he wants to be in a certain situation. I'm assuming Cam probably told him that he wants to start. And I'm assuming Cam says that I have to have X amount of money or, what I'm saying, or how many years on the contract. And it sounds like what he's saying is that it's going to have to work out for the both of them, So it doesn't give me very much hope that you guys will see Cam Newton's face with the Carolina Panthers next year because of the way that language went. Sometimes, bro, I really question and wonder why they do press conferences because it's just a fucking fluff job. You know what I'm saying? You can have 10 reporters there that are really, really good. Scott's job is to get up there and just like anybody else and tell you as little as possible, you know what I'm saying, and what they won't talk about, you know what I'm saying, and what they will, and even when they do, It's a fluff job. You know what I'm saying? None of these guys come out and tell you straight up anything that's going to make you feel comfortable at the end of the day. They just give you snips and pieces to get you to bite. And then it's just like it can go either way. So when we have these conversations with each other, then you get into these debates about what he meant. And then people are like, I thought he meant this. And the other one's like, I thought he meant it this way. But as far as Cam Newton, it sounds like Cam's going to be a last resort. And it's gonna be something, and like if I guess worst case scenario, Cam would come back, but they're gonna have to meet somewhere in that middle ground to get it done. So here we go. What was the next thing they discussed? Okay, so they brought up the Deshaun Watson situation, and I thought this was really, really funny because Scott said he didn't want to discuss the Deshaun Watson situation. He was just like, yeah, I'm not going to go there. Don't really want to discuss that. You know what I'm saying? Look, let me go ahead and tell you guys why he didn't want to discuss that. I guarantee you, David Tepper told him, look, man, this man just embarrassed the shit out of me. I look like a $2 hooker chasing him his whole career since he went out of Houston, and he didn't pick me. So we're not talking about that guy anymore because Scott's smart enough to know that if he even touches that subject, that the rest of those reporters are going to keep digging. And the more he talks about it, the more David Tepper looks more and more like a clown. Sorry to tell you this, David Tepper. You already look like a clown. You fitted the suit well. You can't just take the makeup off now. We all saw what you did. Might as well discuss it, have this therapy session, talk about the shit and get over with it. You know what I'm saying? Take this one on the head and let's go from there with it, man. So no discount, no Deshaun Watson talks. Didn't want to get into it. And then they asked him, they said, did you miss out on other potential guys that would have made the Carolina Panthers better that you guys missed out on that you wanted to go get chasing Deshaun Watson? I think it was Newton that asked him that question, David Newton. David Newton's raw. He gets right to the point. Ask these guys the tough questions. And I love it. I love that he doesn't skip around shit. He goes right at them. I'm pretty sure they all know who he is when they go to those banners and know what he's coming. He's coming with the real. Thank God for him and his question asking. But Scott said, no, we didn't really miss out on anybody that we wanted chasing Deshaun Watson. I immediately said, that's bullshit. That's we all know. I don't understand sometimes why these guys just won't be honest, man. Of course, you lost out on a lot of players that you could have potentially got chasing Deshaun Watson that would have made this team even better. Everybody knows that I never wanted Deshaun Watson because of the value and the picks we would have to give up for him. I wanted him, but not just what we would have to have given up for him, man. You know what I'm saying? It was way too much. Then one of the interviewers asked Scott, they said, look, man, so aren't you guys glad you didn't get Deshaun Watson because of the way you were able to build a team up in free agency? Because Scott was talking real high on the team. He was like, oh, my God, man, like, I love where this team is going. We're built to last. We're built to win the NFC South. You know what I'm saying? I really love what we've done with this team. And then a reporter stuck out there. It's like, but you wouldn't have had this team had you gotten Deshaun Watson. Then Scott does the lie thing. I love Scott, but I just hate when guys lie. Scott goes, no, we would have gotten Deshaun Watson and we would have still built the team the way we're building it now. Get the with what? With what? With what? How was you going to build this team with no money? With what? I mean, if I was that reporter, I would have came right back at him. I would have said, what players were you going to build this team up with if you would have got Deshaun Watson? How was you going to do that without giving away more and more future round picks, you know what I'm saying, the teams to put a team together now surrounding Deshaun Watson? I'm going to tell you guys something right now. If we would have got Deshaun Watson, and they would have put a real team around him, they would have gotten Deshaun Watson, and they would have gone even further into our picks and give more future picks away to put a team around him. This is what we meant by mortgaging your future. Like, you better be right if you go do some shit like that. I think in the long run, a lot of people aren't going to see why it's much more valuable that we didn't get Deshaun Watson. Let me go ahead and tell you something right now. Deshaun Watson goes out that first game with the Browns and breaks his leg. Guess what? The Browns owe him $230 million. $230 million. Whether he plays or not. And they don't get any of those picks back. Can you imagine having a guy on your team that's getting paid probably half of your damn cap, and he doesn't play? And you can't get other players because you ain't got no money. Right now, man, I ask you guys to hit that damn like button, man. Hit the subscribe button. My Cash App is $Twandon37, man. Please hit the Cash App if you would like. I would love if you would do that, man. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? If not, I understand. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all got paid today. You know what I'm saying? If not, I understand. I do this, man, for the love, bro. I do this for the love. You know? Moving on with this interview. I hope everybody's having a great Friday. Gonna do something tonight, go out party, whatever, with your family. Have a good time. Make sure you be careful out there, man, in this world. It's a crazy place right now. Scott said next, he said, okay, so look, this is interesting too, man. So look, Scott said that if we get Malik Willis or if we get Pickett, he basically said, well, I mean, he said it. He said either one of those guys would have to sit behind the starting quarterback. Remember, he said the starting quarterback is going to be Sam Darnold. He said they would have to sit back and learn. He's already stated that they are not going to play right away. They already stated it. He said they're not going to play right away. They're going to have to sit first. So, I wish someone would have asked him, so what if one of those guys comes in and beats the shit out of Sam Darnold, which I'm sure they are. I mean, it's not going to take much for Sam Darnold. It really is. No one asked him that question, so it kind of took him off the hook of answering it. But I'm telling you, if we get either one of those guys and those guys come in and present a better opportunity, and the guys on the team are getting along with them and the camaraderie is great and they're connecting with their players, they're understanding the playbook. If he sits either one of those guys behind Sam Darnold, he's going to have some more pissed off fans. I don't want to hear none of this. It's Sam Darnold's job. No, it's Sam Darnold's job to lose. Because if he gets beat out in practice, it's over. It should go to one of those guys. And look, if you saw that press conference, man, he all but said, man, they're going to go get a quarterback. First pick. He said, man, I love, all the players, the linemen that are in this draft. And he said, if we could get one, we're going to do that. And then he immediately said, but quarterbacks are hard to find. He said, quarterbacks are hard to find. So when you point that out like that, you know what I'm saying? One, you're saying without saying, Sam Darnold's not our future. You wouldn't even be discussing quarterbacks if you thought Sam Darnold was your future. You wouldn't be saying quarterbacks are hard to find because you'd be like, we already got our quarterback. Sam Darnold's not getting it done there. And he all but said that he's not the future. The first minute we get, his ass is out of here anyway, Hopefully someone will come along and offer some ridiculously stupid offer that we can package his ass up with and send him on, you know what I'm saying, and see whatever money we can save by getting rid of him. But this is Carolina. This is always Carolina's fault for picking him up, picking up his 50th option. And when we were doing that desperate shit, then we almost did more desperate shit with the Deshaun Watson situation. Thank God for Scott, bro. I'm so glad we got Scott Fitterer as our GM because this dude is seriously stopping the madness that's going on over there in Carolina and doing things the right way. So thank God for him. That might be the best thing that Tep has ever done was hire that man. All right, so they kept asking what we were gonna do in the draft. Here's another reason why I love Scott Fitterer, man. Scott's like, I'm gonna tell you what he said, and then I'm gonna tell you, how I interpret it. So yeah, man, we're not gonna talk about that because I don't want to give my hand away. When he said that, man, I immediately started clapping. I immediately started clapping. I was just like, finally, somebody in a position of authority on our team not telling the media what we're going to do in the draft or what we're going to do with our team. The way I heard it, Scott was like, man, fuck you. I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to go ahead and pick. Who do I look like? Matt Rule? I'm not Matt Rule. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you my every move and what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna run the ball heavy and blah blah blah. Man, Scott said, "Man, look, come on, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you our blueprint. Just know that we're gonna do what's best for the team, man." Scott, I applaud you for finally being a coach or GM that didn't tell the rest of the world what we were going to do. Stay tuned. I don't even understand why reporters that cover your teams like that even ask you questions like that. Man, look, overall in the interview, what I was getting from the interviewers, and y'all tell me if y'all believe so or not, I got from the people that were asking questions, the reporters sound like they asked a lot of Sam Darnold's questions. And usually when people ask a lot of Sam Darnold's questions, did you not get the feeling that they were like, man, we want Sam Darnold the fuck out of here. Just get rid of this man, bro. They said everything negative that they could say about Sam Darnold. Just like, dude, why are y'all still fucking with him, man? He's come on. They put him Sam Darnold in every possible situation he could be in to show that he ain't shit. But the PC thing the teams are gonna do is that's our guy. He's on our team. He wears black and blue, so I'm gonna so we're gonna do our future with him. And, he's our future. And it's just like, man, no, no, he's not. Because you've already told us everything we need to hear earlier, saying that he wasn't. So Scott, come on, man. Scott, I love Scott to death. He just got to cut down. And I can't really get mad at him. It's what all teams do. They're not going to just put guys out there like that. So I really can't get on him about that shit either. Scott said that Tom Brady coming back to the NFC South was a curveball. I would like to have seen him be more um, strong about that situation. I really, I didn't. I know he's not going to say it like this, but I really wanted him to push out the mentality that, like, I don't give a fuck that Tom Brady's coming back to the NFC South. The Panthers will be ready. I'm worried about the Panthers, and I'm worried about whooping everybody's ass, not just everybody in the NFC South. And Tom Brady means nothing to me, man. I mean, when he said Tom Brady coming back, it almost sounded like fear. Like, well, not gonna win those 2 games. I'm like, Scott, come on, man. Don't ride another dude like that, man. Shit. I mean, just say, what he is. He's a good football player, he's a good quarterback, and but we're not gonna fear any team. We're gonna go out there and play Carolina football. Uh well, actually, I hope they don't play Carolina football. I hope they play new age Carolina football, some new shit that we hadn't seen before. Because old Carolina football is why we're in the position that we're in right now. So play Panthers football and give it a different name or some shit, man. You know. But look, don't make it seem like Tom Brady returning to the NFC South is a black cloud over the Carolina. Man, no, he's not. It's way too many people out there that give Tom Brady way too much damn credit, man. You know what I'm saying? Before I finish up, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read some things in the chat from the people that came in. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit it up real quick. Claire, he said, I am down to be. Okay, this is talking about with the show, man. Man, shout out to Man said, shout out Twine for the content. Rest in peace, 704. No doubt, homeboy. Shout out to Man. Jeff R said, facts, Twine. Shout out to everyone. Just subscribe. Thank you, brother. Thank you for subscribing, man. Let everybody know about this show, man. Tell your friends to hit up, man. Look, all great content over here. I'm doing a solo show right now. But my guys that's on here, PD Quick, my man Ray, and Sakib, you know what I'm saying? They're also on the show and they do a great job, man. But I just wanted to be one of the first Panthers organizations to go live with this news, man. So as soon as he ended it, I started up this one to go, man. Petey Quick in the building. He said, hit that like button, man. It's free. Hit that like button up, man. When you come in, hit the like button. Hit it again. Well, don't hit it again because then you're going to unlike the shit. But tell somebody else to come in and hit the like. Tyree Ross, what's good, baby? He said, what's going on? Got my man Fed 926 in here. He said facts. Got my man Clay QX Leone said Scott saying Sam is the starter right now, and that every quarterback in the draft will have to sit. Has me confident we are taking a quarterback in the draft. Exactly. I told you. I mean, he all but said we're gonna pick a quarterback up first, bro. When he said that shit, I mean, I was like, yeah, okay, now I can breathe easy, because we need a quarterback. It's the most important position on the team, man. I don't understand the philosophy of guys wanting us to build a great team around Sam Darnold. Fuck out of here. I'm not trying to hear that, man. Flash said Sam Darnold's future is only in the next Ghostbusters movie, man. Jeff R said, I don't like Baker, but he allows us to keep our first round draft pick and gain a second round also, so we can draft Jordan Davis and a second round talent of our choosing. Thoughts. Hey, my thoughts on that, Jeff R, is like, man, anything that's gonna make this team win, and we don't have to give up any damn thing. I don't really particularly like a Baker, but I understand that it's not all about what I like and about how I want to build a team. So if it helps us all win games, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Baker Mayfield, as much as I don't like him, may come here with a new sense of urgency in his head and just want to prove something to the world, that Cleveland made a mistake, and then we benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? So I try to look at the things on the positive end too. You know what I'm saying? So if he came with that mindset and instead of that fuck shit in that commercials and all the damn commercials and shit, you know what I'm saying, then I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely down with that. Leono said, I think Scott is going to draft his quarterback this year and use him to find a coach next year. Exactly. I'm glad you said that, bro. He said the upside of Willis, for example, could be used to lure in an offensive-minded coach next year. OCs love upside. They do. They do, man. I'm going to shout out Fed926. He said that would give us the time to finish building the team, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man, showing love. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. 704 Charlotte Bound Show, man. Little solo show here with Twan, man. I'm almost done here. Give me 5 to 10 more minutes of your time, bro, and I'm gonna get you up out of here. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I know that's how people like it. You working. Everybody don't want a drawn out long show where with 100 people, motherfuckers talking over each other. So I'm gonna keep bringing it to y'all like this, man. You know what I'm saying? And so y'all can hear the facts and get on. You know what I'm saying? I do not come in here and for the most part and just be like, my own opinion. I'm going to tell you exactly the facts and what they said and what was stated. I may give you my opinion afterwards, but I'm going to tell you the facts, man. All right, moving on. Getting closer to the end of the press conference with Scott. Like I said, I love that he doesn't tell people all our next moves and things like that. One of the things he did tell, but a lot of teams do this, is he said he's bringing in 30 players, guys, 30 players after the draft. So look for when the draft's over, look for us to start picking up a ton of fucking players, bro. A ton. Yeah, I said it right. He said 30 players. He's bringing 30 players to compete. Because what it looks like Scott's trying to do, because you got to say he's coming from Seattle, And I mean, you really look at it, Russell Wilson was a diamond in the rough because of where he was picked, what round he was picked in. So it looks like Scott is trying to find these diamonds in the rough, these guys that didn't get a lot of TV play, that didn't get a lot of exposure. So he's going to bring them in and let them look at them, and so that like with the coaches look when you're in practice. Anybody's ever had practice when the new guys try out for the team, even players look on them like, oh shit, that one guy or them two guys and them three guys where you're like, oh, they're gonna be a problem. They're gonna be a problem. And even some guys that's looking on, especially if the guys playing their positions, like, oh, I gotta get my shit together. I don't even know who this guy is, man. But this guy right here, out here, is raw and is doing it. And then you always got to look for those players where people are like, how do we miss him? Because you didn't see him on TV. Because he played for East West Talladega State, some unknown college. You know what I'm saying? Butt fuck run state, or some ridiculous shit that ain't nobody ever heard of, or JUCO or something like that or whatever, man. But there are always these guys out here, man, that's bagging groceries somewhere or pumping gas, that's ready to come into a league and wreck it because that's where they belong. They're just undiscovered. They're raw. But I'm glad he's going to do that so they can evaluate the talent, see what they have, see what they don't have, and go from there. Scott said it suggested that it was best not to get Watson based on the shape of the team. He did a lot of deflecting, like I said before. When it came to Deshaun Watson, it's just like, but again, I just wanted to bring that point up again because it's just like I want y'all to understand that he did not talk about the Deshaun Watson shit. I know that David Tepper told him, look, man, we're not talking about that. Because David Tepper is going to forever be connected to that. Out of all the teams that courted Deshaun Watson, you know what I'm saying, we by far look the dumbest. And it's not really we, it was David Tepper. He's willing to sell his mama. He might have thrown his wife in, you know what I'm saying, for a weekend, let her grease Deshaun's balls or something, you know what I'm saying? And he said no. And he went with the money. But see, if David Tepper would come out and talk, I'm going to tell you how he gets rid of all of this and saves face. He goes, yeah, I wanted him. I really did. But I wasn't going to pay him all that guaranteed money. I can't. I wouldn't. Because if he goes out here and hurts himself, and I mentioned this earlier, I got to pay him $230 million. Imagine if Christian McCaffrey signed a contract like that. And y'all know how long he's been playing for us. When I say playing for us, wearing, the latest Panthers gear on the sidelines, watching games just like me and you. Imagine if we paid him $250 million to do nothing. I don't give a fuck if he broke his leg, he's going back out there. So he can save face by going, look, I pulled out, no pun intended. I pulled out because I'm not signing him for that much guaranteed money. And Deshaun Watson's contract was fully guaranteed, yo. Fully. Last but not least, Scott said that the next person that he said he was glad that they were able to sign DJ Moore and Dante Jackson, you know what I'm saying? And another thing that I loved about Scott that he was saying, he's like, we have to start paying the guys that are already on our team, man. I love that about Scott, man. Scott might be the best GM the Carolina Panthers have ever had, man. And I mean that. He said it's time we start paying the players on our team. I'm only going to let them get halfway away with that shit because if that Deshaun Watson shit would have went down, we would have lost some of those players. But since we didn't, I let him get away with it. And he said, last but not least, the next contract that we're working on is Brian Burns. Hopefully they can get Burns done early so they don't have to wait till the end of the year. But he said Brian Burns has worked hard and he's done his thing for us. And if y'all know, Brian Burns came in the year after DJ Moore, and they said that we got to get a contract done for him. And I'm, man, they better. Y'all know me, go Florida State. They better get a contract signed for him. Hey man, overall, I give Scott Fritterer an A- today on the press conference. I thought he was being as truthful as he could. I love this vision. I love this vision for the team. I love what he's done for the team. He's the best thing going on with our team right now in terms of the front office. As far as I'm concerned, he is the front office. I look no further than him. I appreciate him, man. I hope y'all appreciate him. Shout out to everybody that was in the chat today, man. I love y'all, each and every one of y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming and to the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, spending your time with me, man. Today I discussed the Scott Fitterer press conference for the Carolina Panthers, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be live probably on this Keep Pounding TV tonight with the Big Cat, man. Go over there and check me out. Again, you know, if you feel compelled to give anything, my cash app is $Twan37. Please hit that up, and I would appreciate that, man. I hope y'all guys have a great, prosperous Friday. Uh, make moves and do what you do, man. Have fun. This is the 7-0 Charlotte Bound Show, man. I love y'all, and I'm out.